Record. Hi, Derek. So for today, we'll be coding in Python. I want you to create an object that stores the largest and the second largest numbers that are inputted into it. Now, the input of your object, it should be a list. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I want your object to print out the second and largest number from within the class itself.
Okay. Should this class take negative and positive numbers as input or just positive numbers?
Both positive and negative,
Okay. So I'll start by importing the
but
math
only,
library.
of course, but
I'm sorry,
only
go ahead.
whole numbers. Only whole numbers.
Okay. So I'll start by importing the math library since it has constants for positive and negative infinity, which we'll use to initialize our values. And next I'll create the class and we'll call it number reader. And so we'll set up a couple member variables. So we'll have a variable for the largest number and one for the second largest number. And we'll initialize both of these to negative infinity using a constant from the math library.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you decide to use negative infinity rather than zero?
Because you can't really compare zero to um, a number that's less than or less that's less than it and to the numbers that's positive. So it's easier to start from the lowest possible value that or the smallest like the lowest possible value that the number can hold, which would be negative.
Okay, cool. All right, carry on.
So and then we'll also create a variable to hold our list of input numbers. So next I will create the constructor, and this will take the list of input numbers as a parameter and initialize um, that member variable to that the list of numbers that's passed as an argument. And then next I'll create a function that actually finds the largest and second largest numbers in the list of numbers that was passed as an argument. So first we'll check the length of the length of the input, just to make sure that we weren't just given an empty list. And actually, what should the function return in the case of a an empty list?
All right. So in the case of an empty list, it should return the string undefined.
Okay, so we'll return undefined. So then so then we'll want to create a for loop to iterate over our list of numbers to determine the largest and the second largest one. So we'll do for n and so list. And so we'll iterate over each number. So if n is larger than our current largest number, which is this is part of why we initialize it as negative infinity, um, just to make sure that any numbers like even if it's zero, it'll still be greater than negative infinity. So if our current number is larger than our largest number that we've seen so far, we'll set our second largest number equal to the current largest number, since it's no longer the largest number that the object has seen, and then we'll set our largest number equal to the current number in the list. Otherwise, if the current number in the list is less than the largest number and it's greater than the second largest number, um, then we'll want to set the second largest number to the current number in the list. Since we found, even though we haven't found a larger number, we found a number that's greater than the second largest, so we can update the second largest value.
Okay. Okay.
And then Then we'll want to create a function to print out these member variables. So after calling find values, we'll need a function to actually print the values that find values finds. So we'll print out the largest value, and so largest, and then we'll print out the second largest value. So this will be um, second largest. All right, so that should be all the code for this object.
Okay. All right. Looks good. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a test case. So I'm going to go
Okay.
ahead and let's start with initializing num to be an empty list. Then
Okay.
just do reader. Okay.
Oh, I think we need to print the results or the print the values that are found. I think so. Yeah, the results of finding the values, and then you would need to call the reader dot print values. Okay, so I'll go ahead and run this.
Okay. So undefined first. Yes. Largest. Okay, let's give it a test case that has some numbers now. 215. All right, let's rerun it again. So largest is 400 and second largest is 200. All right, thank
Looks
you.
like it worked.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Derek.
All right, thank you.